Atehene, the true heir of Great Britain. Charles is not the king of Great Britain. Now listen to me.
Ilizwe! Whether you like it or not, I am your queen, the queen of the Northern Kingdom of Great Britain.
Yes, you heard that right. According to King Atehene and his prophetess wife, Queen Nandi, this patch of woodland in Jedburgh near the Scottish borders is rightfully theirs. Why? Because, they say, it was stolen from their ancestors over 400 years ago. Apparently this happened under the leadership of Queen Elizabeth I, or maybe the second, or maybe just whichever Elizabeth shows up first on Google. Now they claim to have reclaimed their promised land and set up the Kingdom of Kubala in a Scottish forest. Now, meet the rulers of the Kingdom of Kubala. King Atehene, self-declared heir of Great Britain, who King Charles should probably start worrying about, and by his side, prophetess Queen Nandi, who is Zimbabwean by birth and Scottish by, I guess, divine right. And then there's Asnat of Atehene, formerly Kaura Taylor, a 21-year-old Texas woman reported missing by her family, only to turn up living in the Scottish woodlands, acting as the handmaiden to this royal couple. She left the US secretly on a tourist visa and was only spotted recently living a completely bizarre royal life in Scotland. Now here's where it gets interesting, or rather sad, for Zimbabweans. How did one of our own, Jean Gasho, now Queen Nandi, go from this to that? From a seemingly ordinary, well-adjusted woman to a royal whose husband, the self-declared King of Great Britain, sits proudly on what he calls the Iron Throne. They see an iron throne, we see a budget garden chair. They probably imagine Balmoral Castle or Buckingham Palace. We see a tent, with a tribe consisting of only 3 people. What in the Wakanda psychosis is going on here? Because honestly, this royal couple can't even pick a lane. King Atehene isn't just the King of Great Britain. Oh no, he's also the Messiah. Bro, pick one. You can't be both. And Queen Nandi? Where do we even start? She's the prophetess, the high priestess, and she calls herself the mother of Shaka. Which Shaka? We don't know for sure. Because the real Shaka Zulu's mother was also called Queen Nandi, and now this new Queen Nandi, formerly Jean Gasho, has a son named Shaka too. Coincidence? We don't know. Not only that, she is also the queen in the north, which sounds like something straight out of Game of Thrones. The Iron Throne. Again, sounds like another Game of Thrones reference. And even the king's look. Have you seen it? That deep staring eye thing he does. It's giving Bran Stark from Goatee vibes, just sitting there drifting into other worlds. The only difference is, Bran Stark didn't paint his face. The handmaiden Asnat wears impeccable royal looks that include outfits straight from Shein. And here is the crown jewel of absurdity. King Atehene, or should we say, the self-proclaimed Messiah, is often seen loitering outside the local co-op just to use free Wi-Fi. His real name? Kofi Offeh, also known as Nino, a 36-year-old Ghanaian man from Kumasi who, according to Jean Gasho, first appeared in her life as an opera singer. She's 6 years older than him. Jean is 42 and had 4 children from her previous marriage when she met Kofi. Kofi is said to have claimed to be a property mogul who also owned a PR firm and several other enterprises. The property business, however, turned out to be just him subletting other people's flats he didn't own. And his other businesses reportedly turned out to be nothing more than him freelancing on Fiverr. But by the time the truth surfaced, Zimbabwean-born Jean had already brought him to England. The two went ahead and got married and had more children. It is not clear how they went from living a fairly ordinary-ish suburban family life to ending up chanting Kubala Kubala in the Scottish woods. We can only guess. Beneath the theatrics, though, there is a much darker side. All of Jean Gasho's children, 7 or 8 in total, including those from her previous marriage, have reportedly been taken into social services care. At one point, the couple even faced child cruelty charges in a UK court. Those charges were later dropped, but the cloud of suspicion still hangs over their royal fairy tale. The handmaiden from Texas, Asnat, is also believed to have had her child taken by social services. No one really knows what these people are. Some think it's a cult. The couple claims even their house was seized by the British, but it's not clear if they are homeless or if the Woodland Palace is just a stage set for content before they retreat somewhere else to actually sleep. What's for sure is King Atehene and Queen Nandi do seem to really believe in their kingdom of Kubala. But alas, the Scottish Council didn't quite get the memo. Instead of rolling out the red carpet, they rolled out eviction notices. And when that didn't work, some locals went even further, burning down the Kubala tents. But regardless of that, and even after the ashes, King Atehene and Queen Nandi proclaimed they were unstoppable. They simply moved to another patch of woodland, rebuilt their tent palace, and declared, "Kubala is here to stay." We really don't know what to make of this story. This is the kind of situation where you don't know whether to laugh or cry, because it is just bizarre. Honestly, it is perhaps one of the most bizarre sagas we've seen about African immigrants in the global north. Some Africans online are even joking, they've discovered Scotland, just give them their kingdom. Others say, winter is coming. But jokes aside, it raises real questions. What is this? A harmless performance? A delusion gone too far? Or the beginnings of something darker? I will leave it with you. What do you think of the kingdom of Kubala? Let us know in the comments section down below. Do not forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Until next time, thank you for watching.
Kubala, Kubala, ilizwe. Kubala, Kubala, ilizwe. Kubala, Kubala, ilizwe. Ziona is here.